Next time you're in a conversation and you're doing most of the talking, pause and take a look around the room. And look at the faces. Are they glazed over? Are they distracted? Are people looking bored? If that's the case, you're not only disempowering them, but you're disempowering yourself. And that's what this video is about. It's about how do you maintain a level of conversation through a certain methodology that ensures that people are engaged, excited, and interested in what you have to say all the time. Hi, I'm John Firth. I'm a coach for small business owners and CEOs. If you like this video, which is about a technique that is not used as much as it should, you'll enjoy many of my others. So please hit subscribe or give me a call by looking for the link in the description of this video, or write a question, something that comes to mind when you're watching this video, and we can start a dialogue. Thank you. Leaders, especially trusted advisors, love to give of their expertise. They're givers. And they think that's why they're paid, is to talk and to tell and to explain. Yes, in part that's true. But the problem with that is, again, you might lose your audience. Because the fact is that when you tell somebody to do something or how to do something or just generally tell them things, they only retain about 30% of what you said. If you actively engage them through asking questions, not only are they part of the solutioning or the discussion, but they remember close to 70% of what you discussed with them. And that's a very important fact. So the problem with this is that need to tell, besides losing the audience immediately, has a negative effect on who you are as a person. It starts appearing that you have to be right all the time. That's one of the dangers of being an expert, is you are usually right, but that carries over to other parts of your life, which may not benefit from being right, or at least appearing to have to be right. There are other things too. It's difficult to form relationships. People don't trust you, and so forth. Because this empowering in this context means there's no longer any significant energy to engage. And that is exactly what a leader does not want. The first time I really experienced what it means to be asked questions was when I was a sophomore in college. And I was taking a course with one of the daughters of this quite illustrious family. They sent everybody to Harvard, four out of five children. And I was at Harvard with this young lady. And we were taking a course on, I believe it was the Nazi era in Germany. So fairly intense. And at some point she put the book down and she started asking me questions. And they were very nicely phrased, and she showed a real interest in who I was and so forth. She had heard about me for years because I had also gone to high school with this family. But this again was a member of that illustrious family. So for me to be asked questions, and such personal ones that showed intent, a good intent, not intrusive, made me feel really special and felt me good. And I actually decided that I really liked her and went out of my way to help her with things when she asked for it. That is what happens when you simply ask instead of telling, in whatever context we're talking about. So there is no situation I can think of where at least asking a few questions is not only appropriate, but desired. You heard about this friendly conversation. It can also be difficult conversation. It can be a conversation in the context of a meeting. It can be talking to your boss or a subordinate. There's no situation that you should not use questions in. And questions are often used to get the context, but also to establish some sort of rapport, and then to draw people in. So there's 6 steps that I've developed. First one is you have to develop empathy. It's really the keystone to pretty much any leader's strengths, which is not sympathy. You're not sympathizing, but you're trying to understand, or you're understanding how the other side is going to take what you're saying. The second step then, of course, is to assess the situation you're in at the moment. Is it a situation that they're going to be excited about? Is it a situation that they don't want to hear what you're about to say? Whatever that is, you have to assess it and build that into the next step, which is to think of several scenarios. If I say this, how might they react, and what might that mean for our relationship or business or something that's at stake? If that doesn't feel comfortable, is there another way to do it? Is there a friendlier tone that you can take? You want to really think through these before you actually do them. Then you have to learn, this is step 4, then you have to really learn how to ask questions. And there's a very good book by John Maxwell about great CEOs ask great questions. Great questions, quite honestly, are about getting to the heart of the matter, whatever that matter may be. It's not dealing with fluffiness or lying or excuses. It's how do you get to the bottom of it. It's not interrogation, and we'll talk about the dangers of doing that, but it's getting to the heart of things. The 5th one is, again, to actively implement the questions after you've thought through them and made sure you didn't do a couple of things. And then you have to invite them, number 6, invite them to respond and to show that to find out if they listen, but also when they talk to you, you have to show that you listened, which is the flip side of the coin. So there are a couple of don'ts, and they're big ones. One is never use the word why. Why, no matter what you're talking about, will make someone defensive because you're throwing a ball to them and saying, well, why did you do that? Well, why did this happen? And an individual often will immediately think, oh, it was my fault. And that's the sort of dynamic you do not want to have to enter into it, unless that is the dynamic you're looking for. So the other don'ts are don't be aggressive, don't be interrogative, as I mentioned, and don't not say something and plan to say it a little later or ask the question later. There's nothing like the time and the place you're at to not only say things, but especially to ask questions. So you're going to notice a change. First of all, it may be difficult. I have some clients that it's really difficult for them not to be solutioning all the time or not to be telling and to ask questions. And it really does take some work, either a lot of work or a little bit of work. Curiosity is a very important superpower in this context. It's, at least for me, curiosity is what drives most of the questions I ask because I naturally want to understand things. And I usually do it in a pleasant way, but I can get a little harsh if I'm not careful. But the change you'll see, the quality of the conversations, the quality of the relationships you build, which are built on mutually trying to get to the heart of things and to solution when necessary, or just to get to know one another.